Ah yes, rain frogs. A pet so mysterious that even my own viewers think I can't keep them alive. And usually, mine are pretty silly. But now this one doesn't find the world so funny. She is starving, losing weight, and losing the energy to live. And even the experts don't know why. People say they'll do anything to help their pets. Oh yeah? Anything? Will they dig so deep they see something they wish they never had to see? We don't talk about this enough. I'm done. Her name is BBL, and I started to notice that she wasn't as thick as the other frogs. Really? So I bought this, a scale. For 6 months I've been weighing her, and at first she was 9.1 grams. Okay, and then 8.8, then 8.2, now... No! A happy frog doesn't do this. I need her to gain weight. And she has caused problems before. In my first video on these guys, this girl had a terrible relationship with food. Instead of eating, she just harassed the other frogs, and it took simulating her natural habitat with a rainstorm to finally get her to calm down and have a nice meal. But not anymore. Something else is wrong. Could the cooler weather be making her lazy? Nothing seems to get her out of her burrow, so I'm gonna dig her up and try to feed her inside the enclosure. And it looks like she is showing some interest. Maybe I just needed to get some food in front of her fate. Never mind, she is just slamming her head into the wall. But these crickets won't go to waste. This is her roommate, Big Lois. And I named her that because I thought this photo was funny for 15 seconds, and now that's her name for the next 15 years. This thick queen is the perfect meatball in every way. And she's not the only one with a massive appetite. This is her short king dumpling. I have these 3 frogs for good reason. Oh, besides their shapely cabooses.
I can feel you looking.
Alright, I'm sorry. I want to observe their care and eventually breed them. This will make them more responsible to keep in captivity, and to do that, I need them all healthy. But of course, BBL has already got me nervous as her weight slowly creeps down. This is strange, because we've been to the vet, not cheap, and I've tested them for parasites, then chytrid and ranavirus, which are common frog killers, and the results? Negative. They seem to be healthy. So what the heck is happening to BBL? Maybe she's... No, but I honestly do not know, so I need another opinion. If only there was some sort of rain frog guru who lives in Japan that has frogs fatter than mine I could get some advice from. Come on! Oh, everyone is stylish and enjoys fashion. I'm unbelievably jealous. Give me the close-up. I need to know his secrets. I'm gonna ask him. What do you even say to such a legend? Hello, handsome. Dear Pampermooney, how do you get your frog so fat? One of mine isn't eating. Any info helps. Send. And to my shock, he answered. Let's go! Look at this! Apparently, rain frogs are very nervous. No shock there.
That was a lot. That's so much.
And his solution? So I need to make her feel more secure by wrapping something around her while she eats. Okay, that's the feeding chamber. Since she's nervous, I'm keeping my distance. But that doesn't seem to matter. Every time I feed this girl, she acts like she's gonna die. But what if BBL is just picky? Maybe she doesn't like those pinhead crickets. I know I sure don't when they arrive at my apartment, loose in a cardboard box, every week, 3,000 at a time. Instead of those, maybe BBL would like every landlord's favorite pet. Termites. This is what they would eat in the wild, but where on earth do I get them? Alright, we are in the woods behind my parents' house. Here's my dad, say hi. Termites eat and live inside rotting wood. How's that looking? I wouldn't normally suggest feeding wild-caught insects, but this situation is starting to worry me. And to make things worse, we're having a terrible drought right now, and I'm not seeing any termites. There's none in here. Not to worry. Apparently, you could just buy termites online. Thank you. What? Look at shipping. Finally, the worst thing I've ever brought into an apartment. Could this be my secret weapon? Big Lois loves them. Oh, But what about BBL? Bam. This time, she's getting fed in the comfort of a trash can. It's basically the same shape as that little newspaper setup. I got her.
Here you go, sweet girl.
I'm patiently waiting. There is no way she can resist native cuisine. And I'm wrong. She rejected them. That means BBL isn't a picky eater. She may not even be just annoying. We cannot avoid it any longer. I think something very bad is happening inside of her. Luckily, we just got a big clue. Africa! Oh boy! It's hot. And these frogs need that heat, and BBL for some reason needs it more than the others. BBL spends her days basking. While humans can warm their blood to fight off infection, frogs need help from the sun. But she spends an unhealthy amount of time doing it. Is this normal? Is that normal?
No.
Apparently not. I spoke to a vet and he thinks she is fighting off internal parasites. And that I should dose her again with this Panicure, which she was already treated with, but maybe not well enough. There's just two problems. This dosage is for a 10-pound dog. My dog is not 10 pounds. And the other issue, it needs to be crushed into a powder, dusted onto insects, and eaten. Keyword, eat. She isn't eating. But I'm willing to try once more using the privacy paper technique. She seems nervous, but I'm gonna be positive. And I don't know if she could sense I was helping her, or the same crickets she's seen 100 times suddenly look more appetizing, but...
Oh my god, she's eating. Oh, good girl.
But will it be enough medication? Because this worked, I'm trying again inside the enclosure, but this time I'm gonna put a cup over her head. This should keep her from getting overstimulated. It may look stupid, but by some miracle...
Oh, that was so nice. Oh, a little face itch.
It's working, and now she has eaten 2 medication-covered crickets. This seems like good news.
I'm really rooting for you.
But now her weight is plummeting.
Oof.
I now know for sure this problem is something much bigger than I can handle on my own.
Okay, sweet girl.
I need to go back to the vet.
Your pet's name?
Oh, pet's name, BBL.
Alright,
Our appointment is in 6 days. No, that's too long. 4 days until the appointment, and I'm weighing her again.
No.
It took 9 months for her to drop half a gram, and now just a week to lose 3. 2 days until the appointment, and another gram gone. Now I am forced to do the worst thing any pet keeper would ever want to do. I need to force feed her to keep her alive.
Sweetheart, please cooperate. Please, I'm begging you, please.
She's puffing up, which tells me both of us hate this a whole lot. But only a vet will know what's truly wrong with her. And today is the day.
Oh, BBL.
Yeah.
I am so nervous.
I was too wrapped up in the moment to record, so here's a random doctor I found online to deliver the message. Oh, hey, that's Dr. Plants. His first thought.
Well, it could be impaction.
Oof, that's when a frog eats things like sand and it clogs up their digestive system. Could this be what's wrong with BBL? Well, after an x-ray.
I'm actually seeing no impaction, but something else catches my eye. Her lung doesn't look quite right.
At this point, the vet isn't 100% sure what could be happening, but he told me this. Well, first, pay your bill. Then, come back in 1 week and we can solve this. During that time, follow these 3 steps. Step 1, give her Canaplex. It's an antibiotic. Because she is a frog, she can absorb some medications through her skin. Honestly, looks like she's starting to perk up, even though she's a little bit mad. Step 2, she must be quarantined in her own enclosure. We cannot risk the other frogs getting sick too. So that means back to the pet store, enclosure, substrate, and a ridiculously overpriced heat pad. Put that thing together. Oh baby, I'm a builder. Step 3 is the worst part of all.
I cannot believe I have to do this again.
I need to keep force feeding her because I need her to poop. The vet wants to do another fecal exam.
That's it? Okay, good job.
When I find a poop, I need to immediately bring it back. But while we wait, I have a surprise for the other frogs. Once BBL starts feeling better, I can reunite her with the others in a nice upgraded home. This may actually help BBL long term. If it is stress that's causing her issues, being in a more natural environment should help, complete with plants and filled with an extra deep layer of substrate. I have spent hundreds of dollars on this stuff over the last 6 months because these frogs poo or they sleep, so you need to change it out pretty frequently. Top off the new home with places to hide and some leaf litter, and oh baby, that's looking pretty sweet. I just hope Big Lois's big butt doesn't crush all the plants.
I'm going to crush the plants now.
Dumpling seems to love it too.
I like this place. I'm going to break it.
These two are doing so good, it really makes me smile. But the same cannot be said for BBL, who has yet to give us poop for the vet. And now, a troubling new symptom has emerged. She only seems to be breathing every minute or so. Was this what the vet pointed out with her weird lung? I'm calling again for an emergency appointment and was able to get one for the next day, thank goodness. But unfortunately, I don't think it was quick enough.
No, don't tell me that. No, 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 no. 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 Oh, fuck.
BBL is dead.
Sweet girl, what happened? What happened? No. I'm sorry, guys.
But the mystery isn't over. I don't want to know what took her out. I need to know.
And what's the name on the account?
If what she had was contagious, it could take out our other frogs too.
Okay, and so this is this BBL that has a problem?
Yes.
Oh.
So she is being sent off to be dissected at Cornell University. They will go organ by organ until we have answers. And to nobody's shock, this is not cheap. 2 weeks later and the analysis is done. The lab was not able to determine anything from the necropsy, but at the very least, we can rule out giant abscesses, parasites, or tumors.
Come on!
So what could have happened? Well, the vet thinks it was something viral, and I'm remembering one specific virus he told me about that is the stuff of nightmares. A virus that is somewhat new to veterinary science, one that has no cure. An animal first gets a bit lazy, then they refuse to eat, and eventually they struggle to breathe. Finally, they succumb to the illness. Sound familiar? Did BBL have nidovirus?
Yes, dude. We don't talk about this enough.
It is the pet industry's dirty little secret. Tests are $100 each, so I'm sure big box pet stores and breeders test every single animal that comes in. Yeah, f***ing right. This virus could jump between my lizards, snakes, and even mammals, like you and me. And there's one animal here that has spent more time with BBL than anybody else. Big Lois. This virus is so contagious and terrible that the best course of action would be euthanasia.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice.
If BBL did have Nido, then Big Lois certainly has it too. And there's only one person that can tell me if she does. But for the first time in this journey, some truly good news. The vet did a little checkup and ultrasound on Big Lois. Oh. And in his words, he has no real concern. They didn't notice any fluid in BBL's lungs during the necropsy, and to this day, Big Lois and Dumpling are perfectly healthy. But BBL will not soon be forgotten. This is a plant from BBL's native range, and these are her ashes. Weirdly, it's quite expensive to cremate a tiny frog, but that doesn't matter, because she doesn't know about money. There is a 99% chance BBL had something viral, but there are literally hundreds of amphibian viruses, so many of them misunderstood, and almost all of them requiring different tests. Diagnosing it would have been pure luck, and this time, I wasn't so lucky. But there is good news. The vet says my care is on point. Nice. And the mission to study and breed these little meatballs will not stop. And the next stage in our journey has already begun, and you are going to love it.
Oh, baby, I see some movement.
Check it out early on our Patreon, along with other deleted scenes and uncensored content I probably cannot post here.
Oh, look who you got. Look who you got. Look who you got.
Your support means the world, except for you, Mr. Balls in Yo Face. You can kiss my...
Sub to Patreon. I ate all the money.